Heyo, welcome back for part 3 of, what is this, Delete Laws versus the Mass Hole Mafia Trolls? Or is it Troll Mafia? I'm not sure. I think it's the Mass Hole Troll Mafia. And then we got Delete Laws, who needs to join a gang or something. Well, he needs to rely on his prison gang that he joined a long time ago if he's gonna go up against the Mafia, right? Or I'm rambling about dumb shit. Let's watch the video.
He's saying that. That's Andrew Johnson saying that. Her boyfriend.
That's
so
fucking
that she beats dogs, according, not me, Andrew Johnson.
So Kate beats her dog, according to her boyfriend, Andrew Johnson. She beats her dog. Your dog only offers you love. Charlie only loves me. He doesn't ever deserve to be beat. It's incredible. It's incredible.
Andrew Johnson.
use children. She neglects them.
After that incident, the children were taken from Kate again in 20.
But I want to go back here. I want you guys. Later that year, allegations were made that Kate and her friend were making money online, providing services for horny men in exchange for cash. Division Child Family was unable to corroborate this allegation according to sources. I don't have anybody who's ever accused me of providing services for horny men for money. No one's ever said that about me. It's never come up like that. But people say that about her. Why would someone make that up about her?
I don't know, Chili, you kind of do the same thing. You've been training, quotation marks, for the fight that apparently you're not going to have anyway. That's stupid. So apparently you were just, half naked, jumping in the pool, doing laps and getting all sweaty while collecting donations and, support for the fight that you bitched out of, apparently. That's the word going around anyway. And it's like, okay, you must have just been providing entertainment for horny old men and collecting money for it. Because what else were you doing if you're not going to be in the fight?
Because her upstairs neighbor apparently said that she was being pimped out by Kate. That's what the upstairs neighbor said.
He neglects them.
After that incident, the children were taken from Kate again in 2016, and DCF made it clear that if she continued on with Andy, they would not be returned to her. So she has a choice, Andy or the kids.
So do you see that? Once again, called the police on Angela for allegedly breaking into her apartment. And they would not be returned as long as Andy was there.
She moved him right back in anyway, because she always chooses the men, the destructive, junky men, over her own kids. Then in November, Kate once again called the police on Andy for allegedly breaking into her apartment, a lie she had to tell police because she knew DCF would see the report and know Andy was living there. So think of this. So she calls the cops on Andy. And she's like, well, if DCF sees this report, they're going to know he's living here. So I have to tell the cops that he broke in. Okay? She and Andy both made...
How is he caught there in the first place? Were they doing checkup on something?
She called on the police because he allegedly broke into her apartment. But he was living there. And so... because she couldn't admit that he was living there. There was some sort of domestic incident. And she and Andy both made up a lie that he had come to her apartment to walk the dog, but Kate accused him of stealing her thermostat and damaging her coffee maker. She told the police that Andy contacted her afterwards and said, "Why don't you have some coffee?" which turned out to be a lie as well. No evidence of damage was seen at the apartment, but given Kate's ability to fool the North Attleboro police, along with Andy's lack of credibility as a result of his drug addiction, she was treated as a victim. It's notable that the sergeant who reviewed the incident, blah, blah, blah. So this is all right on you, okay? DCF. So DCF believed, and so you can read all these police reports. I will put this link right in the comments. It's undeniable. You know what? If that guy, he can come on if he wants. So I've put the invite.
Get back to your receipts. He's got more receipts. Here's more receipts. These now he's going to go into personal text messages sent by this horrible person who lost her children, has multiple 911 calls, chose a man over her kids, abused her children, neglected her children, and they were adopted out. And yet she makes videos about me saying how horrible I am without a victim, no police reports, and no 911 calls.
You used to post the video till last second, and then when I tried, so I left, and then when I tried to come back up, she started a new stream on purpose. So terrified of me. She's so scared. Like, I feel bad for her. I just feel bad for her. This YouTube is all she has, man.
It is.
It won't be for long. It won't be for long.
She doesn't treat them well enough to have their love.
Never seen you
These
before.
are messages between her and I in 2019 text message.
Never seen you before, Eddie. I don't really give a shit what you think. I don't care if you get blocked permanently. I don't care.
Damn, Chili's so paranoid he's turning on his own fans, even though they're, like, trying to help him. And he's even turning down donations, because I tried to give a $2 donation so I could ask him a question, but, you know, they timed me out after the first question. And then, what's her, freaking Kate. Kate and them, they answered my question. I gave them $2 to ask a question, and they answered it. And I think Chili had answered one of mine before, but yeah, I tried to go in there and ask something, and I was timed out, so I couldn't ask, and I could give him $2 to ask the question, which would have really helped my content. That's what I use those for, usually. Or unless it's somebody like Team Skeptic, that I'm just shocking the shit out of them.
And when she says, sorry, I'm having issue with my kid at the moment. And she goes, it's not you. I take no offense. I am not prioritizing my family as I should. And I'm starting to feel the blowback. And I go, dude,
So this is a text message that she sent to Turtle Boy. She sent this text message to Turtle Boy, and she says here, she says,
she doesn't even have her kids, really.
And this is
having an issue with my kid at the moment.
These are messages between her and I in 2019 text messages. And when she says, sorry, I'm having issue with my kid at the moment. And she goes, it's not you. I take no offense. I am not prioritizing my family as I should. And I'm starting to feel the blowback. And I go, dude, don't worry about the blog. Your family is more important. This is my problem, the blog. I'm like, are you okay? She goes, I'm sorry. My daughter and I just got into a huge fight. And I go, no, I'm sorry, but I feel responsible. I'm like, the blog is taking time away from your child. Like, you should be spending time with your child. He goes, you're not. I've been selfish in putting my own goals above my husband and kids. Yes, your entire life. I just need to strike some more balance here. I can do Friday mornings at the very least. I need to come up with a better schedule. And I'm like, okay, so one blog a week or something, whatever you want. She goes, let me see exactly what I can work out. I don't want to leave you high and dry, but I also don't want my household to blow up either. So again, I'm not putting any pressure. I'm like, do it. People love you. I can't thank you enough. I was extremely nice to this. I assumed the best of people.
Your number, or like Turtle Surfer that you lost and rode too hard, you had learned your lesson.
What was that?
You learned your lesson from fighting that other girl too hard. Turtle Surfer, whatever. Or South Shore Turtle Girl.
Oh, South Shore Turtle. Yes, that is exactly what. So South Shore Turtle Girl. Like, I was pushing her too hard to write a lot of blogs. So with Kate, I was very delicate. I'm like, whenever you can get around to it, don't worry about it. And so she goes, I'm sorry. I'm not thinking all that clearly. My daughter has quite the effect on me. When it calmed down, she told me she doesn't want me to quit. She just wants more of my time. The girl, yeah, sure she does. Actually, she probably does. She probably so the girl is. Crying out for help. And she's like, no, I'm going to do the blog. I'm going to this is more, because getting internet fame to me is more important than spending time with my child. I'm like, I go, the one who writes the blog? She's like, yep. She told me your daughter wrote the blogs. Yeah, that's cool. In all honesty, I'm starting to look, and I'm like, this is me when I'm like, I don't know, I was getting sued by a million people. I'm like, I don't know if Turtle Boy's going to be around next year at this point. Obviously, it's here, so I won. I'm sorry, I don't want to, and blah, 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 blah.
Just kidding.
Yeah. So and then she's like in our group chat, she's over here mocking women who are DCF moms.
Watch this.
So this DCF moms group I joined infiltrated.
So she's just lost her children to children family, to the Division of Child Family Services. Kate has just lost her children. And what she does then is make fun of mothers who lost their kids. That's who she is as a person.
Infiltrate mentions Turtle Boy by name 25. They don't love us, the DCF moms, but you're a DCF mom. And she goes, yeah, there's some real winners in there. They stole my babies for cash. I mean, the audacity of her to judge other shitty moms when you are literally the queen
Of shitty moms.
And so she says, oh my God, some dude emailed me about that DCF series I wrote a while back, and holy fuck. Sounds like he lost his crotch fruit 4+ years ago, and he is now trying to sue DCF. Sounds like he sounds like a fucking loon, so I'll look into his case. We should get him on the show. And really, now we have a studio. We should do some DCF extravaganza stuff, okay?
What did she just write? I mean, look what she just wrote here. We should do some Division of Child Family Services parent extravaganza. Why would you do that to human beings who have lost their children? Why would you do that? Talk about incredible insensitivity, sociopath, psychopath. That's what that is.
And so, yeah, she's like literally just shitting on other people for being bad DCF moms.
Kate, she puts up this word abortion of a post shitting on Tatum PD. So I creeped her profile and noticed she was a total trash bag with pictures of her kids only in DCF visitation rooms. So I called her out about it. This chick just lost her 2 children. And this is what she's saying about another woman.
She's full blown into the DCF thing. Like, she literally dies.
So she goes, yeah, she put up this word abortion of a post shitting on the Taunton Police Department. So I creeped her profile and noticed she was a total trash bag with pictures of her kids only in DCF visitation rooms. You should talk, okay? I mean, the audacity to laugh at people like that, you know? And then she also says, like, if she were to lose that kid for filth and squalor or hosting a paid BBC orgy or something, she would be a fair game. But women just jump all over women for the stupidest shit. So again, she lost her kid for filth and squalor, okay? So, yeah, if that makes, you know, I agree. I go, but would you have written the blog if it were someone else? Because she wrote a blog about a rival DCF mom, and that's me questioning her, like, was this one personal? Like, maybe we shouldn't get personal here, you know? And yeah, I'm kind of looking into DCF at the moment. I Googled them for funding options and what a mess they are. I bet we have contacts out there in our readers that could get us internal documents.
She wants to get the internal documents of the mothers so that she can then hurt them that their children have been taken away. Read it. The people who go to this woman's channel and respect her and give her money, do they know that after her kids were taken, that she suggested they get internal documents to torture the mothers of children who have lost their kids? I mean, can you just put that into perspective for a second? What kind of person this woman is? She already says she's mentally ill.
So she wants to write a blog exposing DCF because they stole her kids. They stole her kids. 14-year-old child out in Pawtucket to look for something called the Fall River Gutter Muppet. And she goes, Turtle Boy is fixing our relationship. Thanks. Despite allegedly being a recovering alcoholic, she frequently made references to being drunk. We've seen her get drunk on her streams, blah, blah, blah. And then she sends me this, I'm in so much trouble. What's the matter? I didn't go home last night. Why? I got too drunk and stayed out at, she names the person's place. I'm like, so what? You wouldn't be pissed? I'm like, did you tell him? It's not like you cheated. And he's like, definitely not. She isn't my type. Is he pissed? I'm like, I mean, I guess I'd be pissed if I didn't get a phone call. And he's like, and she's like, oh yeah, oh well, that's what sorry's for. I'm like, I don't know. Somewhere there's a video of me getting a whole bar going over Turtle Boy. The DJ gave me the mic and woke up to 40 new followers. I got drunk and played the shameless promotion game since we were all in Turtle Boy gear anyway. You don't realize how many readers we actually have until you get on the microphone and hear a crowd's reaction to it. But she pretends that I'm not relevant. Nobody knows who I am. Here she is saying she went to a bar and literally everyone there knew who Turtle Boy was.
Oh, I always get drunk and play the shameless promotion game. Pretty much have to get things done on this side because other people in this community won't trust you for shit just because they don't know you. So, yeah, it's like you won't get any promotion from them. You won't get any feedback really or anything. Honestly, most of the time you won't even know if they like you or hate you. But that being said, well, still rather be on this side than that side, I guess.
While her son comes along with her because he feels like this is his show now. I also met her son at an all-day event in Taunton, and she dragged him to. And on another occasion, she brought him to Hadash Robeson's house in Fitchburg with her dog pretending to be a homeless woman looking to stay at the Gon Rivka Center because it would be more convincing if she had a child with her. This is what this person is. There's nothing like this about me anywhere. You can't find anything like this. This is ridiculous.
YouTube all day and do what they're doing. So, so this is her talking about Hadassah. She goes, I almost want to go to Hadassah's house for a weekend. And I'm like, call her and say you're homeless and have a dog and see what she says. She goes, absolutely. I have 2 kids and an income. If she wants us to call, why isn't she answering the phone? I'm honestly so glad we went undercover now. I swear on my life, all the things important to me. She has a donation schedule, blah, 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 blah. Okay. And she left me, my kid, and my dog driving around Milford for a total hour. I'm like, I believe you. You're a witness. I definitely add to the next blog with everything we witnessed. So she dragged her kids and her fucking dog to go to Milford to pretend to be a homeless woman to try to gain access to Hadassah's home.
Okay, that's some weird psychopathic fucking shit Kate's doing, apparently. But the stupid turtle fuck's over there encouraging it, so fuck him too. He's a fucking idiot as well. He's like, yeah, give it here, go undercover, be homeless, go into their home, yeah, do it. It's like, what the fuck are you don't got any moral high ground, you're a fucking piece of shit too.
I bet she looked the part, though.
What was that?
I bet she looked the part.
Oh, that's very true. It's not, I'm sure she didn't have to do anything to her car to make it look like she was homeless.
Or her daughter.
And again, this is her in October of 2019.
So what Turtle Boy is going to claim here is that Kate beat up her daughter and then blamed it on her boyfriend. Okay? Someone just said, I thought the gloves are off, right? So she gets to get exposed because I don't know Turtle Boy. I don't know these people. But this is who this woman is that so many people are giving money to that are probably the families of cops.
19, my daughter's boyfriend beat her up. That's why she had those fucking bruises. I'm going to destroy that kid. What the fuck? I want her to take to the doctor. So her daughter one day magically got covered in bruises, which she blamed on her daughter's boyfriend. And I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. She hasn't fully admitted it yet, but I know it because she made up 10 different bullshit lies about why she's bruised up. And my son told me the other day when she snuck out, it was to see her boyfriend. And then she says about this child, fucking another teenager. She goes, if that faggot, my kid, I'm going to jail. If not me, then Andy. He's a piece of fucking shit is what he is. Did you, all sexual assault on 16-year-old girls is, she's talking about a fucking kid. And then she goes, I'm still in the ER.
Where do the kids go through this?
So now when she's at the ER, the doctors know that Kate's lying. The doctors don't believe Kate that these bruises happen from a boyfriend. The doctor is grilling me worse than the cops because the doctor doesn't believe Kate and believes that she's beaten her child and put bruises all over her. Is there anything like this for me anywhere?
Through this,
What was that?
What percentage of children go through this kind of abuse from anyone else? Like, it seems odd that her whole household has so much it just invites abuse.
Yep. So I'm still in the ER. The doctor is grilling me worse than the cops and DCF did. So she went to the hospital because the kid is covered in bruises. And she is being grilled by the doctor, the police, and DCF about the bruises. I wonder why.
Right now. That's why she's texting you.
Oh, who's texting me?
Kate. That's why she was texting you during this.
I'm not gonna.
Not right now. That's why she was texting you. She was trying to set up an alibi. If she knew she was being asked questions, she wanted to make it seem like she had sent you text messages.
Oh.
So that she could show them later in court, like, no, look, I even said earlier I thought it was someone else.
I mean, the fact that she's admitting here that all these people who matter, cops, DCF workers, doctors, are questioning why her daughter is covered in bruises. And she goes on to say, maybe Stephen, but Teresa can sit her ass home with the father. She tried to get arrested for child abuse. I can get fucked up regardless because I got to drive. I can't get fucked up. So she's like basically calling her daughter a liar. She wants to punish us and then cries when it looks like it might come true because God forbid she has to move after she's put this shit in motion. Thank God they tend to interview my son, but that's also so unfair. Imagine this is your life, like DCF, questioning your kids about where did those bruises come on you? This has never happened to me and never will.
For the other being like, oh, like my one kid will say good things, but my other kid I know will say bad things. Like that's fucked.
Yep. And so here's another comment. She said, this twat, her daughter, her own daughter, has no clue how bad it is for us to actually voluntarily invite DCF back into our lives. It is a literal tightrope because the way
she lies about us. My daughter's a little twat. She has no clue how bad it is for us to invite Division of Child Family Services back into our lives. It's a literal tightrope because the way she lies about us. Kate, why would your daughter be lying about you? Let's say that Kate's telling the truth and that her daughter lies about her. Why would your own kid lie about you to get removed from that house? Think about that.
Invite DCF back into our lives. It is a literal tightrope because the way she lies about it. I'm starting to hate my own kid. I'm
starting to hate my own kid.
Went behind Andy's back and left a message for the guidance counselor. I want her searched. I found more weed cartridges.
I want her searched. Spoken by someone who's never had to experience a full-grown person saying that they need to search you and they put their fingers in the crevices of every part of your body. She wants her own daughter to go through that searching process. That's pretty morbid. I don't want anybody in here to go through a search process.
Okay, Jelly's having flashbacks to when the cops apparently took 2 fingers and put them inside him. Fuck, man, probably get 3 in there at this point, or 4. And pretty soon they're just gonna fucking put their hand in and fucking grab things, fucking bowling pins and gerbils and shit that he shoves up there, They're gonna be like, holy shit, it's gonna be like a fucking clown car, but with Chili's asshole, and they're just fucking pulling things out.
He's back and left a message for the guidance counselor. I want her searched. I found more weed cartridges in her room, hidden in the drop ceiling last weekend. And she cried and screamed and told me they were hers. I had no right to take them. She then turned around and told the therapist she stole them from me, which is 100% untrue. I mean, this is amazing. I am on medication similar to Adderall called Vyvanse.
It's called Vyvanse. I'm on medication similar to Adderall called Vyvanse. There's nothing wrong with taking Adderall. There's nothing wrong with taking Vyvanse. It helps keep you on track if you truly have mental problems, right? Mental issues where you have a chemical imbalance in your brain. The problem with this troglodyte is she makes fun of people for taking Adderall and Vyvanse, but yet she's on it. Do you understand? She's on the drugs that she belittles people and says that they're an Adderall head or a meth head or whatever insult she can throw at them. But yet she says here, I'm on medication like Adderall called Vyvanse. What a sick person she is. Disgusting. Disgusting.
Alright, this is carrying on into a 4th. I didn't want to have to do a part 4, but we're going to have to do one because it's getting too long. See you guys on that one.